Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're back with the buns. Yay! Still doing
That
side
what we
quest
are?
stuff, mid-patch stuff, something like that.
Side stuff.
Yeah. Hello, Doodles. Thank you
But we are done with recap.
Yes, we are done with recap. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, if you did, for 3 silly tanks as we slowly prog our way through Savage Refulgence. That's been entertaining.
Oh boy, yes. Maybe check with people while we're here?
Sure. How about Coltonay?
I'm not sure we've actually done it lately. We were kind of busy last time we went through. The alchemists of Razdad-Han are heirs to an ancient and storied tradition, which has seen the creation of countless medicines still in use today. The Domans have their own tradition as well, though the philosophy behind it is markedly different from what I understand.
Yes,
Good
it is.
lord, how big is their world book?
It's huge.
Fama?
Famatia?
Mm-hmm. We've been tasked with a somewhat dangerous assignment, so it's only prudent we bring along additional support.
You do
Which
that.
you do seem to have. Ifimi?
Hello, Efime. Rena, Ladonia. Lady Flohaman and I were just discussing the possibility of a special dinner when Riol returns. And where is Riol off to?
Mm-hmm.
Our impromptu excursion to the Near East afforded me the opportunity to sample some of the Thavnarian cuisine. I should like to introduce it to the Scions, but achieving the perfect balance of spice is the key. Yeah. Isildari, what are you doing to your knees?
Any day now, my time will come, and then I'll show these greenhorns how it's done.
The fact that he is an old adventurer says much.
Yes. Yes.
Ome?
Yes, I'm sure he will leave a lasting impression on them.
Oh dear! Those two are off-rousing. Ogre?
Splendid, brother, splendid. I shall take your words to heart that I might aid and protect you with my magics. Ori? Timing, Ogre, timing! Mark well my movements, know my mind, that we might strike as one.
Aenor? One met out punishment, the other soothes your hurts. Brotherly love. Oh dear. Clemens?
Yes. She's certainly having some brotherly love.
Met out punishment? But a way I ought to take it, not... Oh gods. I mean, no, that's not what I...
Yes, it is.
Ah. Enter the Solar. Hello, Uno Cowhide.
The fate of stars. Unu Kalhai is preoccupied by the threat of the 6th Legion. I am troubled, warriors of light. The 6th Legion will not soon surrender its pursuit of Allagan technology. While it is true that the 6th suffered heavy losses in attempting to breach Azislaw's defenses, the Legion is still very much a force to be reckoned with. Left to his own devices, it will not be long before the Legatus moves to... Pray excuse the interruption, but a call to this link pearl can only come from one of your fellow Scions. Arganya Stola? What news? And are you quite certain they have broken through? Yes, of course. We shall leave immediately.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's not good. It would seem the thing I feared most has come to pass. The Garleans have succeeded in dispelling the barrier Urianger placed upon the entrance to the research facility. We must intercept and destroy them before they acquire the means to control primal entities. Archon Y'shtola requests that we assemble at the scene of the intrusion. Pray depart at once. I will join you when I have informed the other scions of this development.
Okie dokie.
It's serious, dramatic organ music.
Small talk.
Everything is... Oh.
Did you leave?
Yes.
I don't think there's anything new here, so...
Yeah. What would you ask of me?
But remember, Flahaman, after the Bloody Banquet, escaped to Thavnair.
Yes.
And Thavnarian onions have been in the game since day one.
Yes.
Well, sorry. They came in as part of AAR, but not as day one AAR.
Okay.
Because originally you could not get the chocobos as companions, only mounts, and they added that later.
Really?
Yeah, we were there when they added it.
There's an addition. Eorzea. Who's a good burb?
Quick way! And off we go, back to Asasla.
Our favorite place in the world. Was my sarcasm not loud enough?
Oh. Well, in news, we had a pleasant trip up to see my folks yesterday.
Yes.
Mom insisted on cooking early Thanksgiving dinner for us because that is her want. And it was good to see everyone.
Yes, it was. Not him, though.
No, definitely not him. I'm just sad that as soon as I got up there, I started having breathing problems and just kind of powered through. I did not have a fever, though, because fever is usually time to go.
Yeah. And overall, you powered through quite well.
Life goes on. It was good to see Mom and Dave and Ashanti and Missy, Opal.
Yes. Yes, especially Missy and Opal.
Yes. Oh, we need to go up top.
Yeah.
Missy is hilarious. It's like, she was just strutting around the place so freaking proud. Strut. Oh, look! New person! I must pounce them! Yay! Okay, I've played with you. I'm running away now.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And I know you were like, let me pet you! And Missy's like, nope. Nope. I pounce at you and I run away. And then her getting so angry that she wanted out. Mom would open the door, but it was raining. And she didn't want to go. She wanted out, but she wanted it not to be raining. So she meowed at my mom to make it stop raining. Mom's like, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Yes, big disappointment.
Oh, and she was very loud about it.
Yes.
About this.
And Ashanti definitely seems to be doing well, which is really nice.
Yeah, it was so nice to hear her actually be happy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's still kind of holding on for the industry to try and shape up a little. The fact that there, as far as I know, there are actual strikes going on. And talks are continuing. But she's got a roof over her head, she's got food on the table, and she hasn't had to depart with her cat, and that's all a win. And I think she's lost a little weight and gained a little muscle. She might not have noticed, but I did.
I definitely would say, yeah, she's lost a little weight. I couldn't say to the muscle. But given the help she was doing at the shop and everything, that would make sense.
And she's really been helping out, and my mom and my brother have been really needing it. Hanson family stubbornness, don't ask for help, even when they need it. First off, verification node.
Yes. Activating verification systems. Combat simulation request acknowledged. Awaiting tombstone data.
Here's your tombstone. We're not going to do
Allegan
this.
Tombstone of Theology. Though it appears to be not more than a simple stone, Garland Ironworks engineers insist it contains reams of invaluable information gathered by the lost Allegan Empire on the subject of the fiend, Sephiroth. Data processed. Adversary, Warring Triad, Sephiroth, defining simulation parameters. Warning. Threat level extreme. The Empire assumes no responsibility for death or injury resulting in participation in combat simulations. Activating reality augmentation. Initiating combat simulation. The Empire thanks you for volunteering to participate in this study. Post-mortem data will be used to improve the survival rates of subsequent participants. Your sacrifice is appreciated.
Gee, thanks. Love you too.
Yeah. S1T7 Extreme, which we will now ignore. Isn't that right, Marshmallow?
Here's a cowhide.
Maybe we are the first to arrive. No matter. Your colleagues should be here anon. They were wise indeed to keep this area under surveillance. Had the Garlands slipped by unnoticed, I dare not think of the consequences. Orgon Y'shtola set for Es's law when it became apparent that the Legatus was attempting to breach the barrier, and arrived to find he had succeeded. We must hope that he is yet to find his prize. Cinny. Yes, or a future Pictomancer.
Well met, Unakalai, and thank you for answering my summons so swiftly, Rena, Ladonia. We shall be glad of your presence should we meet with the 6th Legion, as it seems all but certain. As you may be aware, this facility houses some Allegan's most advanced technologies. Accordingly, Urianger sought to deny the Empire easy ingress by weaving a ward of singular potency. Not singular enough, it would seem. I would be surprised if the Legatus had not searched the core laboratories already.
Passing strange. I will wove the ward in accordance with the most closely guarded teachings of the Archmages of Charlian. Naught was left to chance. Naught. 'Tis well known that the children of Garlemald have no talent for arcane manipulation, nor hath the Empire more than a cursory knowledge of sorcery. That they should succeed in raveling so complex a skein of magecraft, and with such surpassing swiftness, 'tis passing strange.
That is, Arianje, but 'tis a mystery for another day.
Orkanier still has the right of it. Before all else, we must move to safeguard the knowledge which enabled the Allagans to harness primal energies. Of particular concern is the Genesis expression, an aetherochemical formula that allowed the scholars of yore to create substance from nothingness.
I know of no such formula. Whence came you by this information? From your Inanatic master, perchance?
One wonders if this would be at all related to techniques used for the unending. Because they had to get substance from something. He did furnish me with that morsel, yes. And knowing exactly which prize the legatus now seeks enables us to predict his position. Do you not see? We have been gifted the perfect opportunity to remove the head of an entire legion.
I didn't think you quite so bloodthirsty, Uno Kalhai. Surely safeguarding secrets shouldn't take precedence over slaying legatus's. Kryle's sentiment reflects my own, yet the two objectives need not be mutually exclusive. What say you, Arianje? Arianje?
Forgive me. My thoughts are bound up in idle imaginings. To answer thy question, my lady, I am content to be led by thee in this matter.
Right. I've enabled the facility's transporters. Shall we?
Let's chow. Time for some good old-fashioned aether scrambling.
You dwell on the matter of the barrier.
I do. Verily, 'twas a warding spell of labyrinthine intricacy, the brainchild of the head of the students of Baldessiana himself. Even the most learned Urkon would require several moons to disentangle such an enchantment. To do so in mere bells would require some preternatural power akin to the very echo itself. Yes, that does sound concerning. Terminal has been activated. Prepare to teleport into the Aetherochemical Research Facility. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, there's the glow. Thank you.
Get to beat someone up! Run the fists! Activated! The Guardians strike at the heart of the facility, and the Legatus spearheads their charge.
We must be swift in our pursuit. Of course, they seem to be pursuing us.
These guys are just kind of disappearing.
Okay, you too, huh? Legatus cannot be far. We must be swift.
And I'm totally, like, rolling on the keyboard for my,
Yeah. The goddess himself is here. After him.
Go, Carbuncle! But yeah, these guys are just kind of evaporated.
In the name of the Emperor!
There is Van Hydrus. Because she is technically fighting.
I believe she's acting as a conjurer.
Right.
Mr. Skrile!
Oh, I will stand guard over Mr. Skrile. You must keep the Legatus from his prize. Bioweapon research. What's this? No, this guy's taking a little bit of a pounding. Self-detonate, oh goody.
The central laboratory should be up ahead. Let's hurry along, shall we?
I couldn't find. I didn't see where Y'shtola was in time.
Oh no, you have to start over?
Yeah.
Shall I wait here for you?
Please. And my least favorite kind of ability. Death was not an interrupt.
Ah!
Yeah, he just stood there self-detonating at 0 health.
Yeah. Stole a bubble go?
Yeah, and I didn't see where it was.
Fortunately, it shouldn't take too much considering that they were just evaporating.
Yeah.
Yep, there goes group one. Oh no, the claw has cryo!
Okay, let's try this again.
Yeah, he he goes splitty good.
Not as much as the others.
Yeah, he actually takes some effort.
There we go.
Go, Bubble, go!
That's a heck of a barrier.
Okay, we're off.
Central laboratory should be up ahead. Let's hurry along, shall we? Sorry, Ishtola. No, she's going patient because of me.
After the Legatus. And they still come. Press on, Rena, Ladonia. I will handle this.
I have exposed the bones of their work. Now to extract the marrow. Even in the moment of my triumph, you persist in your misguided crusade. So be it. I shall present my prize to the Emperor alongside your head. Be careful about whose head is going where. Oh, I recognize that.
Can you withstand this? There is nowhere to run.
Probably.
Can you withstand this?
This is you. My weapons inhibitors exist for a reason. I will not lose to you again.
Ow! That
Yeah,
hurt, you big
fucking bad.
doofus!
Owie. Well, that hurt, but I think it did a lot worse to you.
Rena, Ladonia. The tonguelith is breached, then.
Unbreached. Close, though.
Kryle!
My wounds will not slow my blade should you seek to bar my path.
And you would slay me, no doubt, but it would be your final act.
What madness afflicts you, Eorzean fools? The Emperor but desires a means to shackle the icons and their destructive appetites. Why do you rail against your own salvation? It is not for man to wield such power. The primal energy your Emperor seeks to contain would be his kindling waiting for a spark. Forget not the White Raven, Legatus. Like thee, he presumed to wield the power of Alag, and invited the calamity in so doing. This star's fate is too important to be decided by any one man, a warmongering savage least of all. Have care, boy. You speak of my Emperor. But dying here in defense of his honor will not further his cause.
Ow! I'm blind! You stole this like, wait, what? Why did you stole a shrink? She's blind!
Because, considering that was a teleport, it was probably also an awful lot of ether.
Okay, fair enough. Well, well, I appear not to be dead. Oh. Kryle.
You can be running in your condition, should you?
I may have a craft grip or two, but I'll be fine. Honestly.
Our foes gave no quarter. Had Unukalai stinted in his defense of thee, thou mayst be certain thy hurts would be far worse. I could do no less. Mr. Skryle is here at my behest, after all. The secrets of Alag are safe for the present, though 'tis doubtful the Legatus will return to Gurlimald till the prize he coveteth lieth in his grasp.
Then we must redouble our efforts to protect this place. Kryle and I will place additional seals on the tonguelith. Unukalai? I appreciate you staying at my side. Thank you.
Was not. Not buying that one.
Oh, please. It was a good deal more than that, and you know it. Now let me help you. When a woman thanks you for saving her life, the customary response is, "You're welcome."
You're welcome. Get it out, you two. Marianne, were the new words already in place? My colleagues yet toil upon their enchantments. I come unto thee in secret, that I might question thee outside their hearing. But not outside ours. Question me. I would speak with the one who undid my subtlest magecraft. He who invited an imperial legatus into this facility in hopes of engineering the man's demise at the hands of the warriors of light. You accuse me of masterminding this day's events. The plan may have been thy master's, but the deed was thine. Thou didst lure the legatus of the 6th Legion into a trap from which he was not intended to emerge. 'Tis plain to me now that thy seeming opportunism in proposing his elimination was feigned, and that his death was the object of thy plan from the first. And you have proof of this? Thine own words betrayed thee. Thou didst speak of the Empire's desire to claim the Genesis expression, the existence of which even the learned Mistress Kryl was ignorant. Whence then did the legatus come by such definitive knowledge? And then there is the matter of mine unraveled ward. None save one possessed of an otherworldly gift could have so swiftly effected its dissolution. Know thee of another blessed with such? Various Asians.
Maybe.
Assuming these accusations have merit, what then? Full many times, and oft doth the pursuit of truth lead men down darkened paths. I take no issue with thy purpose, but 'tis thy method I would call into question. In the Garlean Empire we have a common foe. Hast thou deigned to share thine intentions with Ladonia, Rena, or Mistress Kryl? 'Tis like that we would have closed the trap with less risk to life, and more success. I sought to use the most dangerous secrets of Allag as bait. Who among you would agree to such a reckless plan? None, and with good cause. Irrespective, thou wert remiss in thy duty to thy comrades. I note with some disappointment that in matters concerning the primals, and those who would control them, the cold rationality upon which thou so pridest thyself is conspicuous by its absence. Know that the salvation of this star is an end too vast for any one of us to accomplish alone. Shouldst thou fail to trust in thy comrades, I foresee thy actions precipitating some terrible misfortune. Indeed. My sincerest apologies, Ladonia, Rena. Marianne is correct in his suspicions. It was I who orchestrated this encounter with the Empire. I would ask that thou forgive Unukalai this transgression, and keep mention of it from Mistress Kryl. 'Twould be a pity for one foolish decision to wither their budding camaraderie ere it had its chance to bloom.
you are, you rotten idler. When Yrstola realized we were struggling with the wards alone, she was absolutely livid.
Huh. Never mind the Warring Triad. I have awoken Archon Yrstola's tempestuous wrath. In supplicant mood shall I return at once, and there atone for mine indolence. Yeah, you don't want to make Yrstola angry.
That would be a bad thing. Very bad thing.
Come, Rena, Ladonia. It is time we return to the Raising Stones.
Welcome back, Orca.
And get out of the blast radius of Yrstola.
Yes. All aboard!
Ahem.
Oh, right.
Hi, Urga.
Eorzea Express departing track 9.
Yes.
So. Back to Ishgard. There we go. MSQ is staring at us, and we're like, nope, nope, nope.
Yep. Not for a while yet.
Yeah.
At least a couple more weeks, I'd think.
Yep, because we've got Sky Pirates to deal with, and then we have more, Hildebrand, don't we?
Yes. Yes, we do have Hildebrand.
Do we have the Collegian?
No.
Gotcha.
That one waits an amazingly long time.
Sorry, the Scholastic.
Yeah, the Scholasticate. I think that's 3-4, which will be next time.
My big question is, do we want to open the Ishgard Resto now or wait until after Shadowbringers when it originally came out?
Do we even want to touch it?
We want at least access to the housing district.
Okay. Maybe do it between like 3-4 and 3-5. Basically, before they start really drawing us away from Ishgard again.
Yeah. Hello, Octi. We are just finishing up a small little interstitial quest for the Warring Triad, and then it's off to deal with Sky Pirates.
We took care of some old business, and we're at the last step of taking care of new business. Because that one quest had been in our logs how long?
Yeah, well, Since the last Warring Triad?
I guess so, yeah.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Chocobo coming through.
Okay.
Hello, Unocal, hi. We're back.
Once again, I must apologize for acting without your consent or counsel. As a gesture of repentance and a sign of good faith, allow me to share something of myself with you. As Urianger suggested, I possess the gift of the Echo, though it is of a nature different from yours. Regardless, I would use my gift for the selfsame purpose, the salvation of this star. And nothing poses a greater threat to the world than the proliferation of primal harnessing technology. This I know only too well. What I am about to divulge concerns the fate of another star entirely. In this other world, a magic was devised to allow the realm's champions to use a stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. So armed, these heroic souls conquered god after god, oblivious to their weapon's fatal imperfection, its propensity to bleed primal energies. And with each victory, the heroes changed, transforming at last into fiends of endless appetite. Insatiable in their hunger for aether, they ultimately went to war over the star's ever-dwindling life force, and fought until there was nothing left. Thus, as Urianger so astutely observed, when I am faced with those who rush to embrace power unchecked, I lose all semblance of rationality. Know that my master, too, cares deeply about the fate of this star. I am his servant, his instrument, sent here to ensure that same tragedy does not consume another world. Well, he's from far away.
Now, we'd figured it out in, with Theron and
Maybe you
Rylea. But do you remember where he's from?
Oh, I know where he's from. I don't remember us figuring it out ahead of time. I wouldn't be surprised if you did. I certainly don't remember when.
Off to the Sea of Clouds?
Sounds good.
I think that's where the next quest starts.
I believe they all start on that little promontory.
That's what I thought.
Or at least each chapter.
Whiteout conditions! Ah!
Whiteout? Liquid paper?
Do they even still make whiteout?
I don't think so. Certainly, well, actually I think they do, but it's all in like pens now, which is really neat. I'm used to the old brush bottles.
Yeah, sometimes the brush bottles were more handy though, depending on the application.
Yes.
But I haven't even seen the pens for a long time.
Yeah. Ah, yes, the ward. Ishgard, it'll keep you humble.
Yes.
supposedly it still exists. In 2000, the liquid paper product and brand name was acquired by Newell Rubbermaid, now Newell Brands. In 2009, talking about ingredients. Hard to say. Dates back to 1956, though.
Yeah. Originally it was made for typewriters
Oh,
or
yes.
typists.
What do you think I'm used to seeing it used for? Because, yeah, campaign used a lot of it.
Well, at the moment we don't have much use for it, so.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that you always wish you had it when you realize you don't have any.
Chat.
Oof.
But yeah, we should have no current need of it. Yep, there it is, up at the Perrick.
On Cold Wind.
No?
Yeah. This island's name is Cold Wind.
Oh. Okay. Ah, yes.
Not on target. At least not for us.
Hi, Stasia. The Weeping City. Stasia appears to be in need of your assistance. And less argumentative chocobos.
Rana, Ladonia, I was about to fly over to Ishgard to track you down. You remember Kate Sith, the Mahaki familiar? We've been working...
How could I forget?
Yeah, well, he is kind of
Kate
unforgettable.
Sith? Kate Sith's in the game?
Yes! Oh, I assume Action was just screwing with us at this point. You remember Kate the Mahaki familiar? We've been working with him on a plan to find Diablos in the Queen's coffin. There's a void sent sightings from the pillars all over, so we'll know the battered bugger, so we'll know that Batwing bugger is hiding someplace in the sky. We just don't know exactly where. And as for going about pinpointing the location, Linaford and the feline are bickering over how. That's where you two come in. If you've a moment or two to spare, we could use a third opinion to break the stalemate. Besides that, Leoford's eager to have another hand and help in the search, so come on over to the paddock as soon as you're able. You know the way from here, don't you?
Yes, yes we do.
Off and away! And passage to the paddock.
So,
Oh, she got here fast.
I'm still making my way. Yep, you have a special dock, don't you, Stasia?
Thanks for coming. The captain and the cat are inside, still having their discussion. Talk to Leopold, will you? Before I strangle the both of them. Right then.
Well, you can't have that.
Dacia? Like squabbling children, a pair of them. Help Leopold settle this, would you? Kate there.
Ladonia, Rena, a rational mind such as yours is most welcome. Pray reason with this wind-addled brigand.
Leopold. What am I to do with you, Leopold?
If you're here to ask about the Queen's coffin, then you'd best turn around and walk straight out again. This aggravating furball's turned my mood sour as a month-old algoed milk.
Leopold, Rena and Ladonia have come all this way to help us. At your request, might I add. She deserves to hear where we stand on the search, at least.
A search is giving me ulcers, is what it is. My all reports Diablos is lurking somewhere in the heavens, building up his forces. But the sky is a vast dome as high as the ocean is deep, and we've not the pirates to scour every damn floating rock. That's when I tried my luck with Radlia. You remember her, don't you? Captain of the Talons, blonde hair, one eye, stole her bloody compass, and my outfit. Well, I've been eavesdropping with that link pearl I slipped into the case and hoping to catch something useful. But all I've heard from her and her sorry crew is snoring, grumbling, and japes about the Archbishop's holy nethers. In the end, it seems we've no choice but to do this the hard way. But a certain mewling annoyance refuses to acknowledge the truth of it. You cannot possibly hope to investigate the entire sky with this meager handful of ne'er-do-wells. I find my suggestion to seek aid from your fellow pirate gangs a perfectly reasonable one under the circumstances. Ah, stow it, you mangy alley cat. You've not the faintest idea of how sky pirates operate. Best case scenario, we'd be locked into a deal to hand over any treasure we find, and that's assuming we weren't laughed out of the room to begin with. You cannot assume that every man and woman shares your base morality. This is true, but when it comes to sky pirates, it's likely. If we but made the attempt, I'm sure we could convince some few of the nobility of our cause.
And so it goes, round and round. You know, when pirates as I do, I find myself siding with the captain on this. What of you, Rena? Ladonia, any thoughts on the matter? I think we should handle this ourselves.
See there, even Ladonia and Rena agree with me. We proceed as we have been and try to cover as much sky as possible. However we tackle things, though, we have a long road ahead of us. I'll see if I can't think up a better way to shorten it. Yeah, might as well head back to your adventures, unless you're willing to lend us your experience in another matter, that is. Utada, our chief engineer, has been mumbling about the Void Ark and cursing under her breath for days. Might be you can provide some insight into her dilemma. She is conducting her research in the Sea of Clouds, yes? Well, I should rather discuss the properties of the Void Ark than continue with this fruitless debate. I shall see you down there.
Okay. Are we quite done? Leopard, are we done?
Head into the Sea of Clouds and see what's bothering Utada. Might be as you can shed some light on her problem. Yeah, we're done. Stasia?
Leopold's right not trusting aught to our fellow pirates. But we could spend years traveling through the clouds. There has to be some other way. Yeah, but, You don't trust pirates. Not unless they're flying a little Minzen flag. And even then, you only trust them as far as you can throw them.
And considering they're mostly Rogadan, yeah. Nightingale.
Passage to Coldwind.
Hi, Eorzea.
As we fly past Mock Oogle Island. Mock Oogle Island.
Yes.
Yeah, it's special. Kate says,
Very. While waiting for word on Diablos, I have been spending my time learning to pilot Threadbill's little airships. Thankfully, it seems I've mastered enough of the basics to manage this little jaunt. Mayhap I could make contact with some other pirates without Liv for its mediation. But let us first address Mr. Zutata's woes, shall we? Yeah, we don't need to be going and rescuing you. Disappoint Lala is disappoint. What troubled you, Mr. Zutata? We were told that some matter of regarding the Void Ark was causing you no small measure of grief. Well, that's one way to cheer her up. Mr. Zutata, what are you? Oh, I am smart enough not to put myself into that.
I feel so much better now. My apologies, Kate Sith. You had the misfortune to enter my field of view just when I felt the intense desire to squeeze something warm and furry. It's this damnable echo compass. I made another one, you see, identical to the respects to the first that Radola stole. But look, it points to a completely different direction to where the Void Ark currently should be. I don't understand what I did wrong. I used the same plans, the same parts.
What is it pointing at? I can imagine that would be infuriating. And you're certain there are no flaws in the design or the materials?
Positive. I've tweaked and adjusted and replaced every single piece, but it refuses to function as intended. I'm on the verge of tossing the blasted thing over the edge. What do you make of this, you two? I don't think the compass is broken.
Of course, we just don't think. Yes, I'm inclined to agree. Judging by your previous work, it would seem unlikely that the compass itself is defective. We must consider other factors. Might you explain to us the principle by which the ectocompass tracks the void arc?
It all comes down to the etheric signature. I discovered that the void arc is encompassed by an energy rather peculiar composition, so I simply tuned the compass to follow its unique trail.
An energy of peculiar composition, you say? Of course, the arc was propelled by the siphoned energies of voidsent. Could it be that the compass was tracking not the vessel itself, but the aether of the entities imprisoned within?
Dun dun dun!
That would certainly explain why the compass now points in a different direction than one would expect. After all, Diablos and the Shadow Queen are no longer aboard the ark.
Are you implying that if we plot a course based on the readings from the ectocompass, we would arrive at the demon's doorstep, so to speak?
Just so, Mistress Utada. Assuming my theory is correct, we no longer require outside assistance to pursue our elusive quarry.
Okay?
Happy Lala.
Oh, Stacia, what perfect timing! You wouldn't believe this wonderful discovery we just... Talon airships have been spotted en route to our nest. If it's revenge they're looking for, we best head back and make ready for them.
Where are we headed over towards their mana cutters?
Because ours are in our back pockets. Oh dear. Talon's deck swab.
Yeah, this didn't take long. We made it, thank the gods. Wait, what?
Stacia, what's going on? I'm glad you two are here, but I don't think they're spoiling for a fight. Kate says?
Okay. It would not appear that these pirates have come with murder and pillage in mind. Quite the opposite, in fact. They seem rather bedraggled and beaten.
I don't like this. Why do the Talons have to come here without their captain? Where is Radlia?
Yeah, let's check with the engineer.
Oops, sorry.
They better not start any trouble around the airships. I just finished realigning the propellers. Who's Red Bill? We need your help to save Captain Radlia. To do what now? You're one of Radlia's favorites. You threatened my crew, steal our compass, and now you come crawling to me for help. What kind of unholy mess have you cretins stumbled into? Aye, we took your damn compass, but it didn't show us to the goose ship. We ended up at some moldy old ruins, lousy with void scent. Before we knew it, some sort of spider demon was knocking our ships out of the sky. Two of us managed to pull away, but we saw what happened to them as got caught on the ground. The captain survived the massacre. She's stuck there with no wings to fly out again.
Why don't you give that Link Pearl a listen, Captain? Maybe we can learn if Radlia is alive or dead, at least.
So much buzzing. Can't hear a blast. Wait, and get in some words. They're after Mahach artifact. Damn demons are searching. Hide. And then a bunch of screaming. Seems Radley is still kicking for now, but who knows for how long. If those screams were an act, then consider me fooled. I don't think the Talons are laying a trap here. I have half a mind to leave Radley to her fate, but I never turn my back on an adventure. Especially when the scent of treasure is in the air, eh? Now tell me where you found these ruins. You'll help us then? You're a good man, Red Bill. We left the captain in the Yafin Saltmoor, just northwest of Mordona. Really? In Yafam, you say? Then you must speak of the ruined shell of Mahach itself. By Shatodu's Black Heart, could they be after the Nullstone? What's that, Puss? You think you know what those fiends are after? Right. Utada, see that these talons are patched up, then have their Amaleve ready to fly. And don't spare the oil. You know how I love to hear her purr. Donia, Stasia, bring the furball to my quarters. We'll have ourselves a chat about our impending trip to Old Mahach. Check. Northwest. Ah. So kind of in between Mordona and Corthus?
Can't rightly say.
Because Corthus should be kind of northwest of Mordona. Stasia?
You know, we've never been friendly with the Talons, but that doesn't mean we can just sit back and let them be torn to shreds by a cackling void scent.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe rescue her crew and leave her to her fate.
Meanie.
She copied my outfit!
Pizza?
Never imagined Diablos would seek to enter the old city. But I should have suspected as much when I learned that the floodwaters had receded and left Yafam exposed. Right, Furball. Let's hear about this artifact that Diablos is looking for. If I am to speak of the Nullstone, then I must first explain the method by which Mahach sorcerers would bind the Voidsent into service. The more powerful the Voidsent, the more difficult it is to manifest its presence in this world. Their own immense strength weighs them down like an anchor, you see, preventing them from breaking the surface of our dimension. And that is why they cooperate with mortal sorcerers. A mage can provide a suitable vessel for the summoning, or rip a large enough hole in the fabric of reality for the entity itself to step through.
And let me guess, the mage forces the voids to agree to a pact in return for the invitation into our world.
That is correct. But it would be foolhardy to expect such devious and malevolent creatures to abide by the spirit of even the most carefully worded contract. Thus did the Mahaki Magi construct an occult device which would more securely bind the Voidsent to their will, a safeguard of sorts, that, to the best of my knowledge, yet lies entombed within the remnants of the ancient city. The Nullstone was seen as a last resort. Should a Voidsent break its pact and turn on its summoner, the mage could use the relic to disperse the very essence of even the most potent entity, obliterating it completely. Boy, we could have used that later.
Agreed.
I can't see the Royals of the Void taking too kindly to a threat like that. Seems those sorcerers are just as ruthless as the monsters they summoned. When it came to the glory of Mahach, the ends justified the means. In any event, we can be certain that Diablo seeks to secure the Nullstone before it falls into mortal hands, and thereby ensure that Scathach will reign unopposed.
Scathach.
Yes. Alright, so we know what the fiends are after. But what I don't understand is why such a valuable relic was left behind when the mages knew a colossal flood was on the way. Its value was the very reason they chose not to risk its relocation. The Nullstone is kept within a structure constructed for the purpose, secured behind powerful wards and protected by deadly guardians. And with the raising of the waters, they reasoned that the artifact would be sunk along with the city far beyond the reach of the vengeful Voidsent. But now that Yafam is more swamp than sea, the demons only have the wards and the guardians to deal with. And I doubt they'd be wasting their time down there in the mud if they didn't have some trick to break through the wards. Aye, this will become a race to see who can nab the treasure first, which is just the sort of contest a Sky Pirate lives for.
So we slip into the ruins, pinch the relic, then rescue Redla right from under the fiend's noses. I would say sorry I butchered her name, but no, I'm not sorry. Continue.
Well, I suppose we could save her while we're poking around for loot.
Exactly.
I'll grab the new compass from Mutada so we know where we're going. Check your weapons, pack your small clothes, and meet me out by the landing when you're ready to fly.
Unfortunately, looking at the time, that is going to be next week.
Yeah. Make sure there isn't like one more step to open the duty, but yeah, we'll be doing that next time. Stasia?
All we need to do is rescue Captain Radlia from a mob of nasty Voidsent, then retrieve the dangerous artifact from a magically defended ruins in an ancient civilization. Easy, eh?
Yep. We do this all the time. I shall join you in this endeavor to recover the Nullstone, though after 1,500 years, I wonder what remains of the city I once knew. Not much. We'll fly directly to Yafan from here. Once we arrive, you forge ahead with your band of adventurers as you did on the Ark. Just keep slicing into the depths until you reach that Nullstone. We don't want to risk getting knocked out of the sky like the Talons, so we'd best land a little ways from the ruins and head in on foot. The Furball says he knows the place well enough to guide you, so me and the Red Bills will follow behind on rescue duty. You concentrate on smashing a path through to the artifact. We'll check the nooks and crannies for Adley and her crew. Don't let your guard down once you reach the ruins, though, eh? There's likely golems and such in there that are worse than the fiends outside. We wouldn't want our hero losing her head now, would we? There we go.
Yeah, that's not happening tonight. I'm sorry. Leopold?
Ah.
About the same.
That would make sense. Yep. Red Bills will come in behind, scour the area for Edley and her crew, and whatever shiny baubles we can get our greedy hands on. All about that loot.
So back to Corthus.
I suppose.
Get a drink at the
Or at
end.
least Ishgard.
Oops. We can still get there from here. Maybe if it wasn't whiteout. Oh lordy.
Oh, that reminds me.
There's a be a
Okay.
good girl. Take us to a warm place. 'Cause this ain't it. But yeah, between waiting for the timer for Mahach and actually running the place,
Yeah, we are not running the place in 10 minutes.
we'll be lucky if
even
we
if it
can get
popped
the timer
instantly.
and yeah. I'll probably have to go White Mage just to help speed things along.
Okay. Hold for a moment and call up the map for Mordona.
Okay?
They aren't very good about it, but if you look in the upper left-hand corner, you can see some all.
Yeah, right there.
And the dark area north of Mordona is probably the gap into Ishgard? No, that's not right.
No, I think that's Western Orthus. Or East.
Central Corythus.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
That's Central Corthus, yeah.
And
And you can,
they're,
and if you
they're
go
saying,
through that, you can kind of see where it is on the map roughly.
yeah, and of course they're saying Mahach is northwest of Mordona. So somewhere in the middle of all of these various places we know is Mahach. I'm a little surprised that it's northwest of Mordona, since southwest is where we really see the swamp inside of the zone. And I would think
It
it'd be
might
kinda
be
south
more
from there.
west than north.
It might be.
Like right in
Yeah, I
here.
wish they gave us better maps.
And back in Ishgard. Yes, Ishgard.
Yes. Breathing Ishgard.
At least the Forgotten Heights Swarm. Even if it has no chairs. I mean, whoever decided to have no chairs?
I know.
But we have cards and booze.
Booze is good.
Lots of booze.
Excuse me.
So we got a few minutes to chat. I don't think there's much else we can get done in the time period.
Now,
Sadness.
sad words. Sad words.
Bad words, indeed. So what's on the agenda tomorrow? We'd be finishing off the MSQ for
Yes.
Raylan Thyrea?
Yeah, Rayleigh and Theron need to finish off MSQ and try and open up the first wing of whatever the raid there is.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get into at least the opening quests and maybe run it Wednesday.
We shall see.
I assume that we have enough to do in main story and that the intro quest will not be short. That we will not be able to get to it tomorrow.
Good question. We will have to see. And of course, just on personal time, we still need to finish up the Studium quest lines.
Yes, we do. We need to
And we've
find
got
sufficient
the
time for some of that.
Pelu Pelu Society quest that just opened up.
Ah, okay. And of course, I am struggling to get levels.
Yeah.
Almost halfway through 99 Dragoon.
Speaking of which, how
So
are
I've almost got my number 6.
you are so close? How are we doing on levels for? Ooh.
Pretty much everything I've got is still at 60, but they're all over halfway through 60. Tending towards the, 2/3 mark.
Yeah, I have a White Mage at 61, everything else at 60, with Dancer pretty much untouched.
Yeah.
Monk is just creeping up. Paladin's looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm. If you swap over, you can see what mine looks like.
Give me a second. Yeah, it's coming along.
Yeah, pretty much all of them right around 2/3. Which on Dancer being 2/3 through makes up for the lack of 61. Since your Dancer is untouched.
I was just like, hey, maybe we should poke our heads into Hall of the Novice and get that new ring, and we just passed all the levels.
Yes, we did! Oopsies.
Sad bunnies!
Sad words. Sad words.
Very sad words.
Now that said, I have to admit I am a little tempted to go Pictomancer or something if we ever get that far. Because the higher we go, the less likely I'm going to want to be doing Black Mage in dungeons and such.
Oh, come on. Black Mage is fun.
It's lots of fun. It's just the timing and everything. The further in you go, the tighter it gets, and the more trouble you have playing Black Mage, or at least I do.
Yeah, well. I have not tried Pictomancer at all, so I would not know.
Yeah.
I am kind of...
And some of it will depend on what Pictomancer is like, which we'll know long before we get to the point where I could pick it up.
Yeah. I will admit, I'm kind of surprised Rena is punch happy.
Yes.
It's like, why did I bother taking ninja? She was supposed to be... No, she wants to beat people up with her fists. Because she can. Little bloodthirsty girl.
I don't know that it's bloodthirsty and more like, last straw thirsty.
And I'm horrible at Monk. I've even... Since they've got rid of Grease Lightning, My monk abilities have gotten worse.
Yeah. But Rena doesn't care.
Rena does not care. She does not care in the slightest. With that said, it is time to call it a night. I know Ladonia has
night.
work in the morning. I have work in the
Sadly.
afternoon. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. With that said, we will see you tomorrow night for more Theron and Rylea as they continue to work on 7.1 MSQ and hopefully finish it up.
Yeah, I figure by now we must be close to the end of it.
Keep
I've
that
been
wish
wrong
in your heart.
Yes.
With that said, be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and hope to see you tomorrow starting at 9:30 Pacific.
Yes, everyone, have a great night. Hope to see you here tomorrow.